lesson of the Oosterhout Free Library, and Thanksgiving is almost here. Now, when someone mentions Thanksgiving, what do you think about? Well, you might think about the food that you like to eat, like maybe some turkey or cranberries or apple pie or even some yummy bread and butter. You might also think about your family gathering together to share that delicious food. But did you think about science? Yes, there is science right on your Thanksgiving Day table, and that's what we're going to explore today. We're going to have a food science feast. Now, right about now, your family might be getting ready for Thanksgiving by going to the grocery store or even cooking. You might even be helping them. Well, I have a story to share with you that's just about that. It's called A Feast for 10. And let's get started.
Feast for 10 by Catherine Falwell, Clarion Books. One cart into the grocery store. 2 pumpkins for pie. 3 chickens to fry. 4 children off to look for more. 5 kinds of beans. 6 bunches of greens. 7 dill pickles stuffed in a jar. 8 ripe tomatoes. 9 plump potatoes. 10 hands to help load the car. Then 1 car home from the grocery store. 2 will look. 3 will cook. 4 will taste and ask for more. 5 empty cans. 6 pots and pans. 7 more carrots to wash and peel. 8 platters down. 9 chairs around. 10 hungry folks to share the meal. The end.
Looking at all of that delicious food makes me just a little bit hungry. Do you ever get hungry while waiting for dinner to get served? Well, I do, and that's why I like to have just a little bit of bread with something delicious and yummy spread on it. Can you guess what it is? Here it is, close up. How about now? Yep, it's butter. I like to have just a little bit of butter spread on my bread. Did you know that you can make your own butter? Yep, with some heavy cream, some science, and a little bit of shaking, you can make your own butter, and it's pretty quick. So let's get started on making our own butter. It's very easy and fun to make butter, and you don't need a whole lot of things. But you will need some heavy whipping cream, a container with a lid, and maybe some salt to taste, but that's optional.
The directions will be in the description box below, but first you'll want to fill the container halfway to 2/3 full, and be sure to leave airspace at the top. You'll put the lid on tightly. You could choose to add salt before you start shaking or later. That's up to you. Now get ready for the fun part.
And you're going to shake it. Shake, 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 shake. And then when you do that, you'll notice the signs happening. You're going to see how the air is mixing up with the heavy cream that you have in here, and that the liquid will no longer be sloshing around. So you can even take a peek at it and see that you have had whipped cream. Now you're going to keep shaking it. Put the lid back on and shake, 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 shake. And then you'll start to see the liquid in your container again. Now that is not a mistake. It's buttermilk. Keep shaking it until you see that a little bit, almost like a ball, start to form, and it becomes more solid. And then when you feel nice and heavy, you can open it up and you'll see that buttermilk there. You'll want to pour it out and then rinse your little butter into just a little splash of water to rinse off the buttermilk. You might want to squeeze it a little bit too. And now you have your delicious butter that you can either add some salt to or some other fun things and then taste it. Enjoy.
Oh, and be sure to enjoy your tasty butter right away, because your butter does not have preservatives and won't keep very long.
Here's another food that you might find on your Thanksgiving Day table. Have you seen it before? It's red and it's round, and people love to eat them with turkey. Sometimes they have it like a jelly that they put on their turkey, and sometimes they like to taste them when they're dried and have a little snack. They're delicious that way too. They're cranberries, and we're going to explore some cranberries. Now, if you have some fresh cranberries, you might want to examine them a little bit more closely. Do you think that they'll bounce? Have you ever tried to bounce one? Well, if you have a fresh cranberry, go ahead and find a hard surface like your floor or the tabletop and see if it bounces. Now, while you're exploring the cranberry, you can see if it sinks or floats. Do you think it'll sink or do you think it'll float? We'll just try to grab a cup of water and put it in and find out what happens. Now, if you want to know why it might have done the bouncing or maybe sink or float, you need to cut it open with an adult's help and find out why the cranberry might be sinking or it might be floating or it might bounce. And there's one more thing that you can do with cranberries. If you have the dried cranberries, which are very tasty for a snack, you're going to make them dance. I know that sounds like a lot of fun, doesn't it? Well, all you need to do is take your dried cranberry or your craisins, or even if you have raisins at your house, and you're going to get 1 glass of water and 1 glass of fizzy water, and make a prediction if you think which of those 2 glasses will your craisin dance in. Go ahead and try that out. Now, when the Thanksgiving Day dinner is all done, you might be left with some turkey bones. Now, you think there's nothing much you could do with them unless you're going to make some soup. But there is some science you could do with them, and it's kind of cool. So, have you tried to break a turkey bone before? Kind of tough, right? Well, what you're going to do is you're going to let it dry out and wash them and put one in a glass jar of water and the other in a glass jar of vinegar, and then let it sit
for about a week and see what happens.
Is there anything changing to that bone? Can you bend it a little bit?
You might find that one of the bones is very bendy and the other one not so much. That happens because the calcium carbonate in the bones reacts with the vinegar. Try it out at home and see for yourself.
Well, I hope you had some fun. Keep exploring, and most of all, have a happy Thanksgiving. See you next time. Bye.